Okay, Cindy, this is where it gets kind of fun working with Excel. What the goal is here is to do some global cleaning up of the first column so that we can get rid of these ugly leading C's and the dashes in between the numbers because students aren't necessarily used to seeing those. So what we want to first do is we want to select on column B and go to our insert option. So I'm going to say on my Mac Excel, I'm going to find the option to insert a sheet column. And I'm going to do it twice actually, because there's a couple steps we need to do here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to use Control C to copy, and then I'm going to paste. And first thing I want to do, this is basically our legacy data. We're not going to need this, but we want to keep it here as a safety so that if we need it again, we can go back to it. But for the most part, let's just ignore column A. We're going to go into column B and select the whole column by clicking on the top of the row, not the first cell, but the top of the row. And we're going to go to the Find menu. So you can't see it right now, but I'm actually going up to my File menu, or excuse me, Edit. And I'm going to click Find and then Replace. Not just the Find, but the Find and Replace. And you can see it from what I did it before. I'm going to enter the dash. I want Excel to look in the column and find every appearance of the dash. And I know from working with this data that the dashes only appear once in each cell for every course that's listed. I'm going to tab down to the next cell, and I'm going to hit the space bar to put a space in there. So what I'm saying is, find every appearance of a dash and replace it with a space. So let's watch what happens. Replace all. It tells me that 734 instances of dashes have been replaced by spaces, and you can see over here all the dashes are gone. Wasn't that awesome? Okay, so there's that. Now we're done with that. So we've at least taken away the dashes. Now here's where the concept of Excel and the use of formulas is very relevant. So I should, from my work before, have a formula that's copied into here. And this is where we really got to pay close attention to every single keystroke character that we put into the cell. Let me go up here. If you've not used the formula bar in Excel, is what the formula bar does is it allows you to write an Excel formula. Let's see if it did it. No. I'm going to go back here to my website. I had a website where I found it, but let's see. I'm going to grab it, go back. And I'm going to select this because I figured out how to do this. This is my formula. Notice I just Googled how to remove a character in Excel formula. And I'm going to type it here. And what it's saying is it means to the right of this cell, A1, length A1 minus 4, it means take 4 characters off from going from the right. So I've got to edit this because the cell that I'm actually looking at is B2. I'm looking at this cell. And I want to click, I'm going to type here and say B2, and then I'm going to over here and I'm going to say B2 minus 1. So what I'm saying is if Excel was to move from the left to the right of the left hand of the cell, from the length, take the first character off. So let's see if that returns it right. Watch me get an error here. Oops. See, now it's telling me you got an error, you got an error. B2 minus 1, where's my error, right? B2 minus 1. How did I do it? Okay, tell me what's wrong here. B2 minus 1. What did I do in the other one? See, now I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to open up my untitled 2 and look at the formula. Length B2 minus 1, right, equals, oh, let's go back and check. Okay. Oh, equals, right, hold on. Thank you for being patient with me. No, not that. Window, untitled 1, window, untitled 2. I'm looking at 2 different Excel spreadsheets right now because I'm trying to figure out B2, right, equals right, B2 minus length, B2 minus 1. Maybe it's, there's a period there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my other one and say, oh, mercy. Okay, Cindy, so I figured out what the deal was in between the time I stopped and started this recording. I think this period on the line was messing me up. So again, right from cell B2, go B2 from the length, and then we're going to subtract 1 character from the left. Okay? Let's see, moving to the right. Let's see what happens. Answer 1, there it is. So what's really cool about this is when we copy and fill down, I'm going to select down, for example, to these following rows, and I'm going to hit, on my computer, I'm hitting Control D or fill down. And look what's happening. it's copied the formula into every cell. And if you click on it, you can see how the formula changes to understand that that's actually what you want to yield as you go through this report. Okay? And then down, down, down. So now you've seen how I've done this. It might be a little daunting at first, but once you practice it and see it work and gain confidence, you're going to be a rock star at this. And what I would suggest that you do is we delete down the records that you don't need. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these two columns because we don't need them anymore. Because these are this is, oh shoot, sorry, you can't, pause. Oops, I made a mistake. I'm going to insert one more row. And I want you to copy this row, and we're going to click down, because what's happening is this is only yielding results of the formula. It's not seeing the numbers, it's only seeing a calculation. So what we need to do is paste the values, and we're going to say paste special, and we're going to say paste all formats of values. Let's just see what happens. And see what the difference is here. I think what you'll see by example is when we click on this one, it's showing us answer 1. When this one, it's showing us the formula. It's not showing us that it cares about the actual result. It's just showing us what the formula is. So that's why I want to copy it into this next cell. So I hope that makes sense. And what we're going to do is just delete these other columns. You want to get down to the course title. This is the one that, and everything else can pretty much be deleted. So I'm going to delete, this is the short title. There's a difference between those. One's for the transcript, one's actually the full title. And then we could just go out to the rest here and delete away. So please, when you have some time, explore this spreadsheet. There's a lot of great information here. I'm just deleting it all. And we can go ahead now and delete these first 3 columns because we don't need them anymore. And there's your lovely list. And this is where you'll go in and you'll say, okay, summer 2017. Fall 2017. And I think they go 3 years out. Good luck, my dear.